Okay, so now I've got the first cue and the second cue. Let's do the same steps here. We're going to take these and we're going to lock to SMPTE. Now, interestingly enough, it's not enough just to lock the Apple loops to SMPTE because they're going to change no matter what. The loops have little different rules to them. So, if you want to get past that, all you need to do is come in, convert regions to new audio files, make it an AIF, say save, and now it will change a little bit because you're no longer a loop. So you have to come in here to bar, and let's actually go back out of automation mode, close this down for a second. If you hold Option while dragging this to that nearest bar line, it's going to go through and actually time shift it so it matches. We can zoom back out and now drag it all the way. One thing you'll notice that you lose a little bit of quality there, so you got to be careful that when you do this, you also come in and you pick the different algorithm that you want to use. Time machine algorithm. Right now it's on universal. We could have chosen percussive and it may have done a better job. You set this here, and then when you option trim a region, it will actually time shift it using this algorithm you have chosen at this place. So be careful of that. Now we have those locked. Let's also go back to Control Command E, open up the Arrange window, because now we also have another region to lock down to SMPTE. And we're looking good there. So let's close that down. Now, when we're working on this, make sure you're in tempo alternative 2. When we work on the second cue, make sure you're in tempo alternative 1. Nothing actually changes when you're in SMPTE mode or in beat and bar mode. They stay locked to the place and picture you want them. Now, one other way to kind of pick out the tempo you want, and let's go to tempo alternative 3 for this, is say we have a place right here that's at 120. Let's add another little placeholder here. And if we go to the tempo right here, we can see we have position, tempo, SMPTE position. So this is one other way to kind of set tempos you want outside of using beat mapping. And we can come in here and we can say, first of all, we have some operations and whatnot in these menus, but I can click and say, let's leave that there, and let's set, let's see, here, this one here. I want to make this exactly on a bar. So this one here, if we change the SMPTE now, it's going to leave this tempo at this position and move it to this SMPTE position. So say I want 120 to happen exactly at this position beat-wise, but a certain position SMPTE-wise. What it does is it alters the tempo operation previous to that to make this new one work. It's a little tricky to understand, but it's actually quite useful for lining things up exactly at SMPTE positions. This is probably earlier on in the composition process though, because it does mess up some of these other earlier tempos. However, once you have things locked, you can do this, and now I've got one tempo here to a certain point. This next one is 120 exactly at a certain SMPTE position, and we're off to the races. Now this may have all been confusing, but I hope there are some of you who have wondered how to do this with composing to different positions and different tempos, and this is one of the ways that I've found, and one of the only ways that I think it's possible to do that. Anyway, see you later.